So welcome to Get Verification Ready. We're answering your questions about the recent enhancements to the BOMA Best Sustainable Open Air Retail Questionnaire. So we're just here to navigate you through the recent updates. We're going to go through an overview of these updates and answer your questions about them directly. So you might be asking, why have adjustments been made to the OAR program? It is to reflect the unique characteristics of the open air retail asset class, ensure the questionnaire actually aligns with the needs and expectations of the OAR buildings, and just something to note that all of these adjustments have been made to only the OAR questionnaires. All of the other questionnaires still remain the same. So what changes have been made? Adjustment to supporting documentation requirements for a question, scoring adjustments to better reflect achievable points for the asset class, as well as questions removed that weren't making sense for the asset class. So the overview of changes here, we will walk through these more in detail. So company-wide documents for E2.0. So it is here in the field guide for open air retail. Company-wide documentation will be accepted for this question, specifically for OAR only. Scoring updates. So E5.3 is now 11 points. E1.8.1a is worth 10 points. E8.2a is worth 12 points. And I2.2 is worth 11 points. You should see all of these reflected in the hub, as these are screenshots from the hub. R2.1, R2.2, and R2.3 are bonus points now. So you will see they function like innovation points. There's no denominator to them, so they should just add to your numerator. Questions removed are I1.0b, E4.3, E7.2, E7.3, P4.2, and P5.1a. P4.0A, the waste audit, and P4.1, more frequent or detailed waste audit. These have an NA option that will be provided for 2025 only, in recognition of the fact that teams may not have allocated resources for a waste audit this year. The two questions that were submitted, if the not applicable option for P4.0A will not be available after 2025, would this mean a waste audit is now required for all OAR, regardless of who manages waste on site? There are two not applicable scenarios that currently exist: tenant occupied building, waste managed by the tenant, or waste audit not ready for 2025. After 2025, the latter will be removed, but the tenant occupied building, waste managed by the tenant scenario will still exist. What will happen to questionnaires already in progress? The OAR adjustments have already been applied to all questionnaires, including those in progress. If for any reason these adjustments aren't being reflected, please reach out to info@bomabest.org and our team will be happy to help. In terms of being able to see all of these changes and review it for yourself, please go to the BOMA Best news page. All of that chart that you saw at the beginning will be listed in this document here so that you can see all of the changes. Again, if you have a question, please refer to the field guide if you need it, as well as this chart here, which I have put together for who to contact in terms of what your inquiry is. Okay. Does anyone have any questions related to the OAR adjustments? Just going to give a minute here to see if any come in. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Any of the questions that weren't answered today, I do believe that you were contacted by the technical team. Yes, I can definitely show that screen. Oh, Jamie, okay, you can see it. Um, I can also send out this chart at the end of the presentation so that you all can have access to this chart. Is there any other questions regarding the OAR adjustments? I do believe anybody else who had a question that wasn't related to the OAR adjustments, the technical team has reached out to you. So if you could just please let them know what your question was, um, that would be much appreciated. Do you need any proof of documentation if NA is used for I 1.0A? Ray, that one is a technical question. So if you want to send that into support box, we can answer that there. I just want to keep it to questions related to the OAR adjustments today. Okay, I don't see any other questions coming in. That was really quick and easy, everyone. If you do have any questions, like I said before, please feel free to use the who to contact list and we can get to your questions right away. Um, if that's everything, this was short and sweet. And like I said, this is recorded, so you will be able to play this back later. Thanks, everyone.